Hey, what's going on, everyone? Good morning. Getting ready to go play golf. It's about 6 in the morning, but before I go, I wanted to get on here and talk about what happened last night. If you guys don't know, the Dodgers played the Astros, yes. And if you don't know, this has been long awaited for, I think, Major League Baseball. Mostly Dodger fans, but Major League Baseball. If you don't know, the Astros in 2017 were found to have cheated, stealing signs, using electronic devices. They've been punished. So Major League Baseball, the players in particular, and the fans have been very upset at the Houston Astros players for, cheating, because they feel the results of the 2017 World Series altered careers, changes the stats. I mean, people are upset, they really feel like they cheated, but most importantly, they feel like they got away scot-free. If you remember watching the interviews of the Astros when all this went down, they felt like, a lot of people felt like they just didn't care. Like, oh, we didn't cheat, or almost like, yeah, we did, so what, haha. That was kind of the mentality. People, Major League Baseball still recognizes that they are the 2017 World Series champs, which, from a Dodger fan, they are. I was there, they beat us. Later, we found out they cheated. I still feel like, we maybe shouldn't call them the champions, but then again, I can't say the Dodgers won either. So to me, 2017 World Series should just be vacated, nobody won. But that's not how it works. Fast forward to yesterday, where the Dodgers and Astros, for the first time, I think since that 2017 meeting, met again. And oh my God, I gotta admit, this was probably the most satisfying baseball game I have seen in a long time. And what I mean by that is, everybody, all Major League Baseball was waiting for the Dodgers to face the Astros, because obviously everyone's expecting some kind of retaliation from the Dodgers. And I'll admit, I didn't know what exactly to expect, but what I really did not want to see was the Dodger players go into the game and acting all lovey-dovey with the Houston Astros. That's not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the Dodgers with true fighting spirit. I wanted to see them go out there and just kick their butts and take names. I wanted them to go out there with an attitude of like, you are not my friend, it's baseball time, you're my enemy, let's get it on. And that is what we got. At first, the Astros took a 1-0 lead. They take a 2-run lead, and you're thinking, oh my God, Walker Buehler's pitching. This is not good. The Dodgers, and like I said, I didn't even know what to expect. I just wanted to go in there, like I said, and I didn't want the players to be lovey-dovey. But I also, don't want to lose. The Dodgers, I felt, had to win this game for not just Dodger fans, but for Major League Baseball and the fans. Anyway, Dodgers come back. I forget what inning it is. They finally put together 4 solid hits, get a run. Guy walks in, a couple people. I think they walked in 3 runs. Dodgers take a 5-2 lead. That ended up being the final. But the real story here is what happened, I think, in the 7th or 8th inning. Joe Kelly comes in to pitch for the Dodgers, and I'll admit, Joe Kelly, he's had a past that a lot of Dodger fans have not liked him. He broke Hanley's ribs in 2013, but at the same time, he also dominated the Dodgers. You can't forget what a great pitcher he still is and what he was in 2013. I mean, those Cardinals pitchers, Walker and Kelly, I remember, were dominant. Anyway, Dodger fans have not liked Joe Kelly, for a long time. He's been on the opposing end. But I feel like deep down Dodger fans respected Joe Kelly because he was a gamer and he had that little bit of craziness about him that LA just seems to love and enjoy, me in particular. So fast forward to last night, let's just say he became a Dodger LA hero, and whatever he did to Hanley was completely forgotten. My last memory of Hanley anyway was him making the error which blew Clayton Kershaw's perfect game, which was a no-hitter, which should be a perfect game with the exception of that error by Hanley. So that's my last memory of Hanley. So anything Joe Kelly did in the past, forgotten. He became a legend last night. Okay, so how can I set this up? There was 2 outs. Bregman's batting. Joe Kelly can't seem to find the strike zone. 3-0 pitch. And I think in his mind, he was like, you know what? I'm going to walk this guy. I don't like this guy. A lot of people don't like this guy. It's Alex Bregman. If you remember his interview, he was one of the guys that were just so very insincere with his apology. And he just must have decided, you know what, I'm walking him anyway, I'm gonna fire this ball at him. So what does he do? He throws a 90-something mile-an-hour ball behind him, which actually I believe grazed his shoulder. Bregman stands there, you know, like in shock, like, oh my God, he just threw a fastball at my head, and, you know, takes his base. So we're like, okay, Joe Kelly's, maybe that was on it, that was not on purpose, maybe it wasn't on purpose, who knows, but it looked like it was on purpose. So anyway, you go to the next batter, weak ground ball to Muncy, who's playing first, so Joe Kelly's got to cover first, throws the ball to him. And I don't know if Joe Kelly, I mean, he's running the bag, so I mean, but after everything is all said and done, you kind of get that, yeah, he did put his foot in the running path, and I forget, I think it was Brantley ran, kind of stepped on his foot, and you hear somebody yell, I'm not sure who, I've heard it was Bregman, tell Joe Kelly in a not nice way to get back on the mound, but using fouler language, you know, of course. So man, who comes up next? I think it's Carlos Correa. Okay, so Correa, Joe Kelly, obviously at the time, I don't know if he's joking or not, but he can't seem to find the strike zone, so he's throwing wild, and he throws 2 or 3, I want to say 1 or 2 changeups that come really close to Correa. Correa's not having it, you know, he's not having it. He realizes what's going on, and he's just staring at Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly works it into a 2-2 count, if I'm not mistaken, and throws a nasty curveball. Correa goes after it, strikes out. Now, this is the best part. Kelly's walking off the mound. Correa and the whole Astro team are barking something at him, and you just see Joe Kelly with the, like he's looking at Correa like he's acting like a baby. And who we kidding? Correa was acting like a baby, man. It's a strikeout. Get back in the dugout. You got struck out. But he wanted to sit there and bicker at Joe Kelly, who just owned Correa. It was amazing. It was amazing to see that style of baseball. It reminded me of the old style where the pitchers intimidated the batters, and the batters couldn't get the hit. And that's what happened to Correa. That's why he was so upset. After that happened, the benches cleared. There was some arguing. You know, I saw a lot of Astros players with their hands on their hips like this, you know, indicating they really weren't going to do nothing. I can't imagine they were going to fight with everything going on right now. But if they did, I can't imagine. I mean, Joe Kelly's crazy, man, and the Dodgers are full of crazy players, so I can't imagine that would have even been a fair fight. The Dodgers would have waxed the Astros, man. So also, it was amazing because Joe Kelly wasn't a part of that 2017 Dodgers team, and a lot of people are like, well, you know, you're being a hypocrite because Joe Kelly was part of that 2018 Red Sox team. And you know what? Yeah, he was. And guess what? He's a pitcher. So people were stealing his signs. I mean, if there was that happening, it wasn't, you know, him. He's a pitcher. They don't steal signs. They don't go to bat. So yeah, he was a part of that team, but I mean, did he have any influence? Or I mean, you could argue he could have said something, yeah, but you know, you could say that about the whole league that didn't say anything. Getting back to tonight, the Dodgers are going back at it with the Astros. I cannot wait to watch this game. Dustin May is on the mound. I love that kid. Can't wait to see him flourish. He's got one heck of a fastball. All of his pitches just have amazing speed and gusto with them. Super excited to see, man. Anyway, like getting back to that was the most satisfying game I saw because, you know, Joe Kelly, for those brief moments, expressed exactly how every Major League Baseball player and fan feels who was cheated. You know, even if you're not a Dodger fan, the baseball in general was cheated. I mean, there's an asterisk on that 2017 team, and Major League Baseball has chosen to look the other way. They're still recognizing that they won the World Series in 2017. So to see Joe Kelly come out and not care and just, you know, I mean, I can't lie. A lot of people probably wanted to see the Dodgers throw at the Astros, you know. And if you're a baseball fan like me, I'm getting older. I'm in my mid-30s, almost 40. That's the baseball I was used to watching, man. I mean, there was no, you know, pitchers threw at batters. People slid into the catcher. They took them out, you know, and no one really cared about anything until a big Hall of Famer like Buster Posey gets injured, and then all of a sudden there's rules, you know. But you got to remember, people for a long time in baseball threw at other batters and other players, and it was accepted as normal. So But yeah, Dodgers and Astros tonight. Dustin May is on the mound. I don't care and don't know who is pitching for the Astros. If the Dodgers play like they played last night with that fire and grit and gutsiness, and if we can actually, you know, we should have won by 13 runs. The Dodgers left a lot of batters out there, a lot of runners going out there. So if we do the same tonight, it's gonna be a cakewalk, man. That being said, in a shortened 60-game season, anything can happen. But you know, for a brief moment yesterday, Dodgers and Dodger fans felt a little bit of justice, you know, and a big part of that was, you know, we can't forget Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts had a great night. The hitters had a great night. Seager is tearing it up. I mean, but Joe Kelly wins our hearts yesterday, man, for sure. If you're a Dodger fan, if you're a baseball fan, today, Joe Kelly, you're the man, dude. We love you. You are just, that's what we're talking about right there. We want that human side of baseball, you know. We know it's a professional sport, but, you know, once in a while, we like to see someone at our level in there. And, you know, Joe Kelly, you're the man, dude. If, you know, I'd love to buy you a beer one day. Anyway, it's time to go golf, you guys. So, like I said, I just wanted to get out here and make this quick video about this. And, yeah, tonight, Dodgers and Astros. I hope I didn't say Angels. I hope I didn't mess that up. Dodgers and Astros tonight. Dustin May on the mound, man. Let's go. Later.